Hello. Come with me. I've got a project I'd like to show you. What you're going to see is this cornice at the end of the house where it's very much unfinished. So the before, if you will. You'll see some areas where it's been reframed to accept the soffit. You'll see that J channel, the small trim piece that receives the soffit and gives it a finished look. And right now the brick frieze, or that wooden trim against the brick, is uncovered. That's going to be covered with aluminum, roll aluminum. And then the fascia at the outside is going to be covered again with aluminum that is bent to fit the profile. Now if you'll come with me a minute, I'll take you to the other side of the house where I have a finished portion. So the after, if you will. Now my name is Philip, and I'm the owner of Enduring Repairs. And if you have any projects similar to exterior or interior home repair, I would definitely like to give them a shot. I'm a one-man show, one-man crew, which means the same quality control that I put on one project will be the same on the next, and I do have pretty high standards. I've been doing it long enough where I've seen projects where I'd rather have not been a part of than projects that I'm proud to be a part of. And I just want a little bit more control of that. So let's look at this corner. This is the finished portion. You'll see that white drip edge. You'll see the fascia. Again, it's bent into shape. You'll see the soffit underneath and how it's nice and uniform. The lines are perpendicular to the house. The J channel right here where it meets the soffit in the middle. There are multiple ways to do that. That's just the way I've chosen. And again, the J channel nice and straight all the way down. So good quality work. Again, if you're interested in having some repair work done in your home, give me a call. I believe the information is below in the text. Now, if you're on YouTube, stick around. I've got a couple more items I can show you for some how-to projects. Now, this is my fancy workstation. As you can see, I don't need too much, just enough to keep me from on my knees all day. And then I've been doing it long enough, I can draw a straight line on the vinyl and cut a straight line on the vinyl. If you're just now starting, you may need something like a table, maybe screw a piece of wood to the table as straight edge to hold that tight, basically allowing you to free up a couple different hands to hold the piece straight, and then you can cut the material straight with your saw. Now obviously these are cut off into the lengths of the soffit. The soffit's 2 foot wide from the brick of the house to the fascia, which means I need to cut this 2 foot wide. And you probably need to measure it every so often and double check your measurement, because if the fascia or the house is not perfectly straight, you want to make sure you're not slowly getting off. Now some of you may be wondering if it's worth investing in a cordless circular saw. This one is a Milwaukee, and it's an 18 volt, but it has that 9 amp battery, which gives it a whole lot more power and ability than a traditional 12 volt or even 18 volt saw. You can rip through wood a lot quicker, a lot easier. Now when you're working on projects like this, it's not the power that you need, you just need to flip that blade around. Where I have it here is actually backwards. You can see where the teeth are facing down as opposed to up. If they were facing up, then that means you would need to cut wood or whatnot, and just traditional building materials. But when cutting something like soffit, vinyl soffit, it's a little more rigid and it can crack and break easier. So you flip it around so those teeth are not as aggressive. Alright, I hope that helped. And I've got one more thing to show you. And it's the corner over here. This unfinished corner. Of course you can see the soffit and the J channel, again, how straight and uniform it is. But you can see a little bit better of how that J channel is fit together to accept both the soffits on the underside. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was helpful, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.